bring Dr. Peter Navarro in. So, Dr. Navarro, you're someone that spent, I mean, you wrote a book about this, what, 30, 40 years ago. You've been
the dimming of America in 1984 predicted widespread electricity shortages by the year 2000 because of a failure to build adequate central station power capacity, principally coal and nuclear. We've got a similar thing extending now going on, and Beto, a little Thursday afternoon quarterbacking, I think his solution might have been to build a bunch more wind turbines that would have frozen. But let me give you a little granularity, and then I'll reflect a little bit on some of the infrastructure problems we had over the 4 years of the Trump administration. So a little cold hard facts here for your radio audience. The slide, we got America's down to about 240 coal plants, 236 gigawatts of capacity. Now, how does that compare to China? China's got 4 times the amount of gigs, and right now they're building new plants equal to what we have existing, and we're slated to basically close another 50. So put that in your Paris Climate Accord and smoke it. The other interesting thing about the facts here is we have a situation where what's going on here. Look, it's kind of like the 100-year flood in the sense of the last time they had a low in Houston was in 1985, and that was 20 degrees, and this one's down at 15. And when you drop in temperature, that tends to be a logarithmic effect. And basically, we got a combination of these frozen wind turbines, but equally, or perhaps more importantly, the freezing has affected the ability to run natural gas through the pipes in sufficient quantities to keep the lights on. And then you've got these bursted pipes because of that, because of water shortage. So there's a lot of vectors of this destruction going on right now in Texas. But Steve, the bigger picture here is that in this country, and it's a bipartisan failure, we can't seem to build power plants. We can't seem to build infrastructure. And, like 4 years of the Trump administration, we'd repeatedly go up to the Hill and say, hey, let's do an infrastructure program together. And there would always be disputes about how you would finance it. But the other problem you had with the Democrats is they were always trying to do their Cadillac kind of projects in blue states rather than kind of like, okay, what do we really need? And so, I saw that, watched this kind of like afar. Here's an interesting thing. I was supposed to be the infrastructure guy when we first came in. That was kind of be my remit. And they gave it over to Gary Cohn, and the rest is that kind of history. And it's the tragedy of America here. And you just compare what China is doing to what we're doing, and you can see that we're going to lose the infrastructure race and have kinds of disasters like we're having.